Hi, I'm Mark, and welcome back to On the Page. Yeah, remember that series? It was a whole cool thing. We made videos based on different screenwriting topics, and yeah, go and check those out if you haven't. Anyway, today we thought we'd do a top writing tips video because you guys like those list videos, right? Right? Please like us. Anyway, let's get to the tips, and these tips are in no particular order of importance. Tip 1. Write what you know. Yeah, we know you've heard it all before, but we kind of want to recontextualize it a bit. You can research, and then that thing you research becomes what you know. Also, writing what you know doesn't also necessarily come down to the topics of your writing, but the themes and values that you hold as a person who has a unique perspective on the world. Tip 2. You are your first audience. Well, what do we mean by this? Well, writing with the express condition of an audience reaction will hinder your writing because you'll be writing towards what you think your audience will respond to. This will oftentimes, not all the time though, there's no hard and fast rules, will feel like your story is pandering. Rather, write the movie you want to see and stay true to that. And if you do that, you will connect with an audience, your audience, who are like you. I know you're a lonely writer, but you're not as lonely as you think. Tip 3. If you're writing comedy, make yourself laugh first. So this is similar to the previous tip in that you are your first audience. And writing comedy is really hard and specific and subjective. So rather than agonize over whether or not you think something is funny in the mind of an audience, just make yourself laugh first. And because we established that you're not as lonely as you think, there will be people who have the same sense of humor as you. We promise. And if that humor is specific, then it will resonate deeply with the same weirdos that have the same weirdo sense of humor as you do. So if any of these tips have resonated with you weirdos deeply from us weirdos, then maybe leave us a like and we can all be weirdos together. And yeah, go do that quickly and I'll be here for more tips. So just have you given a like? Okay, cool, let's continue. Tip number 4. People generally aren't going to hang around for the plot. Now, we aren't saying that you can't have intricate plots, but we generally agree with the sort of Scorsese view that an interesting character that you've delved into as a writer to explore the human condition is generally more interesting. Connect with your audience of humans on a human level first, and then wrap your intricate plot around that, or you can just keep it simple. Tip 5. Simple does not mean bad, and this leads us onto our next point. Keeping things simple is not a bad thing by any means, ever. A super intricate and complex plot with explosions and falling buildings is cool. Trust me, I sometimes like those movies too. But if you're just starting out and you don't have really high budget or lots of gear, just try keep things simple. You have the same tools of drama as everyone else does. There's a character, they want something, but something is standing in their way. And then they have a flaw, and through going through trials and tribulations, they change. Now, buildings can fall and explosions can happen, yes, but why not just tell a story where there's 2 characters in one room? It can be just as, or maybe sometimes even more, engaging. And you know how to stay engaged and up to date with all of our videos? Then hit that subscribe button. We make videos on writing, editing, camera videos, behind the scenes, podcasts, all that good stuff. So do the thing. Hit the button. Tip 6. Write from the inwards out and not the outwards in. Sorry? What does that mean? Hang on, let me explain quickly. So this is kind of specific to me and Yaku's process, but we like to look at and create a character, and then the conflict and structure forms around them and from them. So create an interesting character. We highly recommend Film Crit Hulk's approach called character trees, which you can find in the notes below. This is where you create a character's physical want and you oppose it against their unconscious need with their flaw as a catalyst for the events that you create to specifically attack that flaw to bring out the true nature of that character. We find it to be more organic this way. Of course, we've come up with interesting concepts or plots first, but it's from inside the character that the concept is revealed outwards. You get it? Yeah? Okay, moving on. Tip 7. Avoid staring at a blank piece of paper. This is the writer's greatest fear. You've got all of these ideas, but it's not concrete yet, it's just vibes. And the blank piece of paper and the blinking cursor before you is tempting you and intimidating you. This has to be the best script you've ever written, or you're nothing. Jokes. So, why not just avoid it altogether? Open up a notes program, hash out lines of dialogue, characters, plot lines. It can be messy at first, but then as you get going, you can start organizing and formalizing it all. Before you know it, you've got these interesting characters and you've beaten out the story that just seems to flow. And then, packed with all this ammunition, you reapproach that blank page, you stare it down, and you just unload it all in script format. With all this preparation, you'll have a leg up on that blank page, as with all this preparation, your characters will be living, breathing people before you even hit that blank page. And that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you learned something. And if you did learn something, or if you have any more questions or tips of your own, leave them down in the comment box below. And around that comment box, in that sort of same area, there's a like button and a subscribe button. Hit that subscribe, you'll be doing us all the flavors. So yeah, go out there, stay safe, and make your movie.